Hey, this podcast holds nothing sacred. This is Life, Tech, and Sundry. And what is Sundry? It's our experiences put in a melting pot to the internet. So join us on this wild ride called the LTS Podcast. Follow us at LT Sundry on Twitter, LTS.pod on Instagram, Life, Tech, and Sundry on YouTube, and all your favorite podcast distribution services. Stay frosty.
And we're back with another episode of Life, Tech, and Sundry Out of Office. I am your boy, Mr. J. Today, we're pushing the pedal to the metal on a road trip of terror. Now, we have done the Midwest, which if you don't remember, please go back and listen to it. And if you didn't, go back to the Northeast as well before you listen to the Midwest. And if you must, please go back and listen to our other podcast episodes. But today, we're going to the South, a region where the humid air hangs heavy with the weight of its own dark and terrifying folklore. And some may say they also got good food down there. Today, we're talking about black magic, swamp beasts, and spirits that will literally kill you, which I don't know what other spirits would do, but anyway, buckle up, don't dim your lights. Actually, grab your favorite drink, grab your favorite snack, and let's roll on to the South. There's nothing like a spooky night in a misty moonlight swamp. But wait, you hear that? Something's lurking behind that Moon Grove tree. It just stomped that sawgrass. Is that Bigfoot? Nah, it's Marcos. Or it's probably just a really enthusiastic mosquito. But my money's on Marcos, because he's a hairy boy. A foul beast from the swamps in Florida. The Skunk Ape, because Florida man isn't enough of a menace. The South has its own version of Bigfoot. Before we continue, do you consider Florida the South? Please tell us. Okay, we continue. So the South has its own version of Bigfoot. It comes with a reputation that's even harder to ignore. We're talking about the Skunk Ape, a cryptid reported in Florida and Arkansas, or Arkansas, however you like to pronounce it. Witnesses describe a large ape-like creature that runs upright. What other ape do apes run on their hands and feet? Anyway, runs upright on two legs. They go, but it's the most defining feature in its name. A massive, foul-smelling beast, aka he hasn't washed his feet. The stench is so overpowering that it's often the first thing people notice. Damn, you don't take a shower. Acting as a natural, horrifying warning siren that you're in the presence of something truly unnatural, or the fact that someone just didn't take a shower. You decide on that, folks. The idea that there might be a mysterious primate living in the so we go from ape to primate? Okay. Living in the Everglades seems absurd, but the Skunk Ape, there's got to be a better name than that, has been dedicated research subject. It is the dominant cryptid for the state and is constantly being promoted as the Florida Bigfoot, giving a guaranteed high search ranking. The stories are so persistent and that they fuel a small army of researchers dedicated to proving its existence. It's an example of how a regional monster can become a cultural icon. The pursuit of photographic evidence and the sheer absurdity of its smell. What the fuck? Who the hell wants to go for the smell? The smell of its smell keep the Skunk Ape perpetually trending online. It is the one monster you can't look up without immediately question your air quality. That boy skank. Oh, he stink. Could the most terrifying monster in Florida just be a really, really smelly guy in a suit, aka Marcos? And he might be. First stop complete. Quick hop in the car. I need to clear my nostrils from the bad smell, and let's go to get some peaches in Georgia. Buckle up. Georgia, the ghost of Ellis Hotel. From the swamp of Florida, we slammed the brakes in Atlanta, Georgia, for a classic ghost story with a tragic high death count past. The Ellis Hotel It is said to be one of the most haunted hotels in the South, and its ghosts are the result of a terror by fire. In 1946, the hotel known as the Weinkauf was consumed by a fire, a stench, because the Skunk Ape was there too. No. It was consumed by a fire so damn hot that it killed over 100 people, including many who were trapped on the upper floors. The fire was so intense that some guests jumped to their deaths to escape the flames, and their spirits are said to have never left or not. Today, guests and staff at Ellis Hotel reports hearing the sound of screams and fire alarms in the middle of the night. Others have claimed to see ghostly figures of a young couple on the hotel's 15th floor, said to be a pair of newlyweds who perished in the blaze. The spirits of children have also been sighted, with some guests claiming to hear their disembodied voices laughing in the hallways. This story is a tragic reminder that you should really check the ratings on Google to see if it's worth staying there. But the story is a tragic reminder that some places are haunted not by a single ghost, but by the echoes of a shared tragedy. The stories of the victims are said to be trapped in the hotel, unable to escape their fiery fate. It is the haunting that is deeply ingrained in the city's history, a constant chilling reminder of a day the city lost over 100 people. But no peaches were mentioned. Like, come on. Nothing about peaches. There's no like crazy peach people that just like, they were born from the fruit and then it dropped and then over time it mutated into people. No? Okay. Peaches were great though. But now back on the spooky road, where we avoid the masses of ghosts to just one and another cryptid. And Marco's still recovering from the Skunk Ape. For you to know, these are the only 10s that I see, and they have vengeful spirits and the marsh beast, aka we're in Tennessee, Adams, Tennessee, the Bell Witch. Now, let's talk about ghost stories so legendary they can be credited with an official death. Even though Marco's been saying that most of these stories have people died, but now we have an official death. It's got a certificate and everything. We're going to Adams, Tennessee, for the story of the Bell Witch. This is one of the most documented case of a haunting in American history. And I don't know what he means by that because I don't remember reading this in the books, but hey, I searched it. I even checked it online. But anyway, it is the only case where a death has officially attributed to a supernatural entity. The story of this poltergeist is a terrifying tapestry of curses, physical abuse, and a violent end that remains a chilling part of American folklore, aka Marcos on Thursday night. The haunting began 1817 with strange noises, and it quickly escalated to physical attacks on the family, particularly the patriarch John Bell and his daughter Betsy. The spirit would speak, hurl insults. Well, I mean that's also speaking, no? But anyway, and throw objects seemingly with a vengeful purpose, accumulated when the entity allegedly poisoned John Bell, who suddenly fell ill and died. The haunting stopped inexplicably after his death. But the story's terrifying details have been passed down for generations. The power of the Bell Witch legend is not in whether you believe it, but in the fact that so many people witnessed and documented the events. Dozens of people have claimed to have heard the voice and seen strange lights and experienced the physical attacks, and that's it. The story is a grim reminder that some ghosts don't just haunt, they're out for revenge. Do you believe in ghosts that just haunt, but actively hunt? Now, we need to go and have a serving of that legendary jambalaya in Louisiana. The food may cost a cryptid sighting though. But the jambalaya I heard is worth it, according to Marcos. Louisiana. How do you pronounce that? How am I supposed to say that? I'm gonna hold up. Pause here for a minute. I'm gonna look up how to pronounce this on Google. Well, I was TikTok. Maybe later. Are you in today, Marcos? The Rougarou. From a vengeful spirit, we head to the bayou of Louisiana, where a terrifying cryptid rooted in Cajun folklore. The Rougarou is a werewolf-like creature that is said to stalk the swamps and marshes of the state. The legend is a classic story of a man cursed to become a beast, with the monster's appearance often described as a man with the head of a wolf or a dog, with glowing red eyes and long claws. The legend is often used to scare children into behaving, with parents telling their kids that the Rougarou will get them if they don't listen. The story is a classic example of how a culture can use its folklore to teach lessons about good. I don't know about teach lessons. It just says you better behave or that Rougarou is going to come and get you, boy. Anyway, teach lessons about good and evil. I don't know where the good is from, but you better behave, boy. If not, that Rougarou is going to come and get you. With the creature serving as a warning against wrongdoings. The story is a great blend of classic European werewolf mythology and the unique, creepy landscapes of the bayou. The Rougarou is a timeless legend that is passed down through generations. It remains a chilling part of Louisiana's folklore. The idea of a man cursed to become a beast is a primal fear that has been explored in countless, we already mentioned this already. And the Rougarou is a perfect example of how a culture can make a monster its own. Oh my. The jambalaya was worth every second in getting mean mugged by the werewolf. It was definitely jealous, but worry not, no more swamps ahead. A creepy desert. Most definitely, I'm down for some BBQ, some barbecue. You want some? Texas twisted legend, graphic content warning. You have been warned. San Antonio, Texas. The donkey lady. From the swamps of Louisiana, we head to the dusty roads of Texas, where a legend that is as tragic as it is terrifying. The donkey lady of San Antonio is a horrifying figure said to haunt a bridge with a donkey's head. Why does everybody want the heads of animals? And the hooves of a donkey, terrifying anyone who dared to cross her path. The legend has a dark, twisted origin story that is said to explore her monstrous appearance. The story goes that a woman was horribly burned by her husband, who set her and their children on fire. Her children perished in the blaze, and the woman, disfigured and seeking revenge, became a twisted figure with a donkey's head and hoofs. She now haunts the bridge where she was attacked, luring victims to their doom with her horrifying appearance. The donkey lady is a chilling reminder of how a human tragedy can be twisted into a horrifying legend. The story is a cautionary tale that has been passed down for generations, a grim reminder that some scars are too deep to heal and some vengeful spirits are too terrifying to face. What's more terrifying than the pain that created her or the monster she became? And with that, we conclude our trip to the south. But the legends aren't just about the drive. It's about the stuff we're afraid of in real life, aka motorcycles without clothing. That's terrifying. The dark, the unknown, and how easily we can turn a bizarre story into a local monster. Thanks to the internet, a whole new generation gets to experience the chills of these urban legends. And mind you, there are many more. And with that, that is all the time we have for the South. Let me know what you guys think on social media, Instagram, Twitter, all of these social media. And please, if you do, tag us with the tags LTS. What monikers will put it up here?
Hashtag LTS Spooks.
Have you heard of these stories before? Do you have any local legends that are even creepier? Like I said, tag us and we'll look into it. But with that, I'll have to drop you guys here. I must go. This is your host, Mr. J. And you are listening to the Out of Office podcast. Don't forget to check your review mirror, because next week we're finishing our haunted road in the West, where we tackle classified lies, ancient monsters. Good day, everyone.